anyone who's got a heart, really. As the title states, this is a polite request to anyone out there. Could you please, I'm going to keep this short. I don't really have any energy. Could you please do me a favour? Someone on Facebook, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to say your name because I need to know who is genuine and who isn't. Robert Whelan let me know on Facebook that there's someone called Dan who makes hang on a minute. Someone called Dan has got a YouTube channel called Police Abusing Powers, and he has made a video of my reaction to their harassment on at all hours, in the early hours, you name it. The police have only just started to listen. I am the victim of what I would consider deep state corruption, and it's too much to go into. And basically, I was suicidal. I made a YouTube video. It's on my channel. Have a look. GP has left me suicidal. And Dan, this coward, this is someone who's got a YouTube channel called Police Abusing Powers. And it says Police Abusing Powers. Sounds genuine, doesn't it? So why would someone who falsely offered me professional services with Tina Chave from the Independent Advice Network, and I've got evidence on his own channel that I've saved to my channel of them falsely offering me help. I wish I'd recorded my phone call to Tina Chave, actually. On severe disability, I self-funded the Cavendish Hotel and other hotels for 9 months for my safety because I was attacked in council accommodation by convicted criminals. And how I've survived, I don't know. The police arrested me at 6 a.m, 3 hours after I recorded a criminal on a tag threatening to beat me up at 3 a.m. on the 29th of April 2021. I will play you the recording now. I was even arrested because I recorded the 999 call as well, over a beating of me on Beachy Head suicidal. They've been targeting me, the deep state. It's too much to go into. I'm not well. I've got a witness. I've recorded everything. Everything. I've got a witness today, even though she's not well. And Dan from Police Abusing Powers doesn't think Juliet exists. She's even heard of Tina Chave from the Independent Advice Network because she's been a support worker. She's going to come round here, despite the fact that she's going through cancer treatment, and we're going to get to the bottom of this. I've also had a response from a speaker at an ex-Sussex police speaker. But I'm not going to go into that. I am extremely suicidal. And I said why I was suicidal in my GP. I said, GP has made me feel suicidal. And at 4 o'clock in the morning, I recorded this Angela, one of Dan's followers, ringing me and harassing me. I will play you that. I'll play you some of it. Anyway, so Dan and Tina falsely offered me help in, was it around April 2022? Yeah, that they were offering me help. But yeah, on the 29th of April 2021, I'll play you the recording of a criminal on a tag threatening to beat me up. And then I ring 999, and 3 hours later at 6 a.m, I am arrested. The police, Sergeant Simmons, told me to purchase a dictaphone to record antisocial behaviour, and I was illegally arrested for doing it. Because I really don't want to go on. If I've had emotional abuse from my partner, my father could be dead. Brave Bryony battles on. That was me 20 years ago. I did care work with the elderly, and I've had the worst abuse by people paid to help me. This is what it's come to. It's worth it though, because then you find out, pardon my French, my bad language, but you need to sift through all the bullshit, because our saviour has been busy separating the wheat from the chaff, and there'll be a lot of people who think they're Christian, and our saviour will say, "Go, for I never knew you. It is written." Praise El Shaddai. So anyway, here it is.
Because I'll swear down, I'll come up there and I'll preach you senseless. Like a little bitch. I'll preach all glory. Bryony, I'm not fucking joking. I'm not fucking joking with you. I've had enough of this. I've had enough of this. Police, please. I'm fed up with this. I've just been on the phone to one to beat me up. Yes, I've just come out of my room to go into the bathroom, and I've recorded her threatening to...
I'm not going to play the rest of it. That's my 999 call. I should have put it on loudspeaker, but I was shaking. I was attacked several times in that property. That vile creature that you heard was a criminal on a tag. I recorded the company who put her on a tag, and they couldn't believe what I was telling them. One of the people who attacked me while I was in the bath, I thought she was going to kill me. I was telling the staff here. I was attacked whilst I was in the bath, and they've human trafficked me. That person that attacked me poisoned next door's dog. These are dangerous, demented people that the psychiatric unit trafficked me to. I'm a victim of human trafficking. I can relate to Rachel Caruso a little bit, but she turned funny. That's why I need to speak to Mark Devlin, because Mark Devlin has mentioned Rachel Caruso, and I can actually, but she was funny towards me. She wouldn't listen to me unless I paid for a session with her, which I wouldn't, because the Bible is very clear about shamanism and divination and all of that. But she's an MK Ultra cult victim from America, because there's a massive human trafficking problem here, and I could relate to her treatment by the police. I need to let Mark Devlin know, because it's because of Mark Devlin that I knew about the conference not too far from here, and the conference last month. And he said, I found out about the conference because Adamant, I'm wearing an Adamant t-shirt there. That's me 20 years ago. Adamant, I used to go to the conventions and everything, and his friend lived across the road from me. She died of the she was on the poster from his best friend Jordan the punk lived across the road from our house, and she died. She was on the poster for the Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Heart Club Band. So she died. She actually died in April last year when these idiots from Police Abusing Powers were meant to be helping me. But Mark Devlin has stated in Musical Truth that Adamant is an MK Ultra victim, which I'm aware of, and I know about the Tavistock Institute. Adamant wrote to me about his torture, his demons, and he said, I can safely say I know the hell you're going through. And that's before he even knew me. We haven't really, we've sort of had photos, pictures at the gigs, but I haven't, he doesn't know me. But we're talking about. So whatever my sister said in a letter to my sister who's living as a man, when she wrote to Adamant, she said some things about me that made Adamant obviously relate to me. Because me and my sister who's living as a man, we need trauma-based therapy. So Tina Chave of the Independent Advice Network, who has 40 years of experience with the police, housing, mental health, she was going to help me. You're stronger than you think and all of this. Yes, I certainly am. I even emailed this to her. And what do they do? Dan has gone and made a video of my reaction to them harassing me. I'll play you some of it now, because I really need you to report this to YouTube and to the police. Go to his channel, click on that video where I'm not going to look at it. I'm only aware of it because this Robert Whelan has let me know about it. Do me a favour, click on it, report it, get on the phone to the police. I'm already suicidal because of other issues. And I'm aware that as I'm watching this, and it doesn't bother me because I know what they do, they play about with the thumbs, the click on the thumbs up and the thumbs down, where they make it thumbs up and then they click it down again. They go thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs up, thumbs down. So anyway, here's because they've got troll accounts. So it's on the Metropolitan Police. Let me just tell you what the anonymous harassing phone calls that I'm about to play. It's on the Metropolitan Police website. I'll read it to you. I'll read exactly what it says. Annoying phone calls or unwanted visits, Metropolitan Police. This is the only reason why Sussex Police, because then I privately record Sussex Police to my laptop. Indecent, this is the Met Police UK website. Indecent, threatening or offensive phone calls. I've had it in the early hours, all night, whenever. Nuisance phone calls can involve the caller remaining silent or deliberately calling when they know you're likely to be asleep. So that's in the early hours. It's rare for this kind of call to happen again and again, which it has to me. But if it does, you can take steps to prevent it. See below. Malicious calls are deliberately targeted at an individual and can involve threats and blackmail, or making a malicious or obscene call, which is a criminal offence. And I've got on my YouTube channel an obscene call as well. So here we are. We've got the culprit, believed to be someone called Angela. Because I remember that when all the police abusing powers, when Tina Chave retracted her help towards me, Tina Chave of the Independent Advice Network, when she retracted her help towards me. She was in the live chat in April last year, and I've got evidence of it on my channel. She was in the live chat when I was being bullied, and that YouTube took it seriously because I reported the channel to YouTube there and then. And someone in the live chat said, well, there was all sorts going on, but Dan was not, he's just wouldn't. I said, what? I said in the live chat, why wouldn't Tina help me? And I noticed when I looked later on at his live phone-in, there was a woman called Princess Angela who rang in saying, has that bitch gone? Her words, not mine. So this is believed to be Princess Angela. She's got a northern accent. I've got her text messages. I've reported her mobile number as well because it's been anonymous calls and a mobile number. And apparently she's saying from this number that she sent me loads and loads and loads and loads of text messages from this number. What was it? You keep going on about Juliet having cancer treatment. No one has cancer treatment for over a year. But that Princess Angela you bring up is currently having treatment and under oncology for chronic lymphatic leukemia. Really? Because whether she is or not, neither of you, whether you are Angela or a different person, you harassing a suicidal woman about someone else that you don't know about their cancer is a criminal offence, and doing it at 4 o'clock in the morning. But she's impeached herself because listen to this. I want you to use this video for criminal evidence. If you've got a heart, if you're a genuine truther, if you really want to get out there, because there are no real men and women out there, if you want to be part of the crimes, do nothing about it. If you want to get off your ass and report it, those who sit and do nothing are just as bad as those complicit in it. They've been targeting me. Now I'll play the recording. Oh, hang on a minute.
All right, okay, Anne-Marie, thank you. Yeah, well, like I said to...
Oh, no, that's not it, sorry. Harassing anonymous woman rings at 4 a.m. I do not need, saying she does, I do not need to know who she is. I won't read out the mobile number in case that gets me into trouble.
My channel, right. I don't know who you are.
When you find out soon what other people do.
I don't know who you are. I don't know who you are.
You don't need to know them, do you?
079 303 4973 4. Good. Oh, they're aware, the police are aware of you, are they? You work very closely with the police, do you? Wonderful, wonderful. Ali works very closely with the police.
Isn't that interesting? Because Nikki has commented, Dan's ex-girlfriend has commented under one of my videos saying he's a nasty piece of work. This Nikki is saying it's definitely someone called Princess Angela, who is mentioned at the end of Dan's videos when he does that bit where he says big shout out to all these people. This Princess Angela has got, her friend is Scott Andrew Horn, whom Dan emailed me. You couldn't make this stuff up. Dan emailed me at the Cavendish Hotel to say, and I've kept the email, to say this Scott rang the local MP office on my behalf because of what I was going through. And it's an absolute miracle that I've managed to come this far. Otherwise, I must be Superwoman. And I live streamed my phone call to the MP office, and Lucy is saying, we reported we had a call handler ring in who was being abusive, and he's been reported to the police and he did the same with the House of Commons. So Scott Andrew Horn, who's friends with Angela, Princess Angela from Police Abusing Powers, Dan's friends, this Scott was reported to the police, and now Angela, who is claiming, as you just heard, that she works for the police, but she also admitted, you don't know who I am. That's creepy. Anonymous call, harassing phone call from numbers I don't know at 4 o'clock in the morning is a criminal offence. You're the one who helped read out your number. I'm only doing this because I'm not well. I'm on severe disability. I'm a victim of corruption. And Tina Chave said I shouldn't even be in temporary accommodation as a woman on severe disability. And you're harassing me in a suicidal state. If you guys, you people out there, do me a favour, go and have a look at my YouTube video. And the one titled, it was just yesterday or the night before. GP has left me suicidal, or something like that. It's GP has left me suicidal. I came on my channel to document, not to expect to be harassed at 4 o'clock in the morning by an unknown number, because I'm documenting These people aren't right in the head. Juliet is going through cancer treatment, and I will show her the text message. But don't worry, because what did I say? You didn't listen. You didn't heed my warning about you impeaching yourselves. I warned you. I said, if you want to impeach yourself, if you want to get criminally involved in the corruption that I'm already fighting, you've impeached yourself. So I was harassed whilst making that video, and I put it on loudspeaker whilst I was making a video being suicidal, because these people have got a guilty conscience because they've been trolling me, this Princess Angela, because they don't have a life. They're young people who don't have a life, who need to grow up. Pretty much, well, they'd be right at home with the police, wouldn't they? Perhaps you should get a job with the police. Maybe she does work for them. I mean, I thought this was just some demented nutcase, but the people who've been doing what they've been doing to me are demented to me, because I need to free up space. I said in that video, my father could be dead. My father could be dead. And I don't know about it. Juliet is going through cancer treatment. She's a member of the public who reached out to me. I cried out for help. Random drunks started attacking her and me because I was living in a dangerous street. As part of my evidence for the corrupt local government and social care ombudsman, I was arrested. One of my attackers was mentioned in the BBC News and online with her mother as having mugged the elderly. I recorded her. There were men with balaclavas in the property. Sherelle Clark. She drunkenly assaulted me. I was in Eben's flat, the woman whose flat I squatted in for 3 months, my partner's friend's flat. He was arrested for abusing me over a set of keys that I should have had because Juliet said there's something not right. I was in Eben's flat and I saw at 5 o'clock in the morning a big ugly mug, Sherelle Clark, and I will say ugly because anyone who's evil has got an ugly mug. A big ugly mug there on the screen like this. Mother and daughter jailed for mugging the elderly. I fought to get CCTV installed at Belmore Road. If you want to impeach yourself, you've done a good job. Very good job. So have Charles Lucas Property Management. I've read your lies, you sick bastards. Juliet's going through cancer treatment. She's the only one helping me. And you were working with the police when I fought to get that CCTV installed. And Councillor Stephen Holt, whose face was on a leaflet in the property. Cabinet for Community, Cabinet for Community, head of housing. He took over from that useless Alan Shuttleworth. Him and David Tutt, the head people at the council, when I went to the Eastbourne People's Assembly 6 years ago. I fought to get CCTV installed and I was assaulted by actual criminals. Sherelle Clark. I looked her up. I couldn't believe it. I was in Eben's flat. MSN News. Mother and daughter jailed. Sherelle Clark and Dion Clark. Mother and daughter mugging the elderly. One of the neighbours at the Riverbourne house described her, she's a nasty, she even harassed Darren in the street. She harassed me. She was off her head on, they were demented, vile, criminal, scumbag, degenerates. Those poor elderly people. She even, according to the articles, have a look online. Go and have a look. Go on. Come on, people. Grow a pair. Come on. You might have children yourself. That could be your mother or your grandmother. It probably will be one day, and you'll wish you'd listen to me. You heard about the 76-year-old woman who was urinated on outside the Salvation Army? Anyway, this country is an absolute joke. I fought to get CCTV installed, and Justin from Charles Lucas Property Management and the police said, we can't find the evidence of her drunkenly assaulting you, even though it was right outside my room door, right in front of the camera I fought to get installed, CCTV. You couldn't have missed it. During my 999 call at about 9 p.m. on, it was either the 28th or 29th of March 2021. We can't find it. Right in front of the CCTV camera during my 999 call, we can't find evidence of it. I recorded the police doing nothing. And they still come up to me in Tesco. Hello, Bryony. Stupid little girls. So, Angela, if that's you, or what did you say your name was? What was it? What was it you said? Ali. Regardless of who you are, whoever you are, you've impeached yourself. You are going to be convicted of a criminal offence. And so should Dan from Police Abusing Powers. And anyone who's watching this, please report his channel, that video of me, to the police. Because the police are guilty of crimes, and so are Police Abusing Powers. They're part of the corruption. It's one big joke. And if you think you're a real man and you've got a manhood, show it. Prove it to me, because that's why I don't want to have a relationship. That's why I'm happier on my own, because I am a vulnerable woman who just asks for a little bit of help in the community. I used to do care work with the elderly. This is me in Seaford. I did care work with the elderly. Brave Bryony battles on. They've slandered me in the Herald over a welfare check on Beachy Head. They reported me missing in the Herald a few years earlier. Then, a few months later, I stabbed myself through the arm with a 6-inch knife because of all the assault, because they'd actually said, we found Bryony safe and well in the Herald, but didn't show the bruises. The only time the police, Eastbourne police, ever helped me was when I had attempted rape. Attempted rape. I went to the Saturn Rape Victim Centre. I know Saturnalia, it's a satanic god. This is what I mean. They love their satanic gods. I said, do what you got to do. Take the clothes from me. That's when I consented to having the clothes taken from my body. Not when during a welfare check on Beachy Head, when they'd already legally terminated my calls, gone against the professional standards department. I spent thousands of pounds on hotels for my safety. I'm dragged out of the Beachy Head pub, beaten, stripped naked, slandered in the Herald. Kick in the teeth. I've got so many photographs of bruises on me, but I'm not well to go and find those photographs. I took Roger's. I don't have a smartphone. I had to get a camera and take photographs of bruises. Everything the police have done to me. I laughed off attempted rape. I put my assailant 2 years in prison and 10 years on a sex offenders register. No help from anyone. And that was a walk in the park. That was a walk in the park. I've gone to these people for help. I've got a note here from a patient in the psychiatric unit. She'd said to me, they don't do anything. No, I recorded a ward review. I was telling the lady here, I was on the phone for hours telling the lady here on the reception desk how I recorded the ward review. In April 2019, I was dragged into St Mary's House, the building that Juliet works for, because she's been a support worker. My sister, who's had a sex change to a man, she works for them as well, St Mary's House, or she did. The same housing association, Shah, who exploited me. They human trafficked me. I recorded the ward review. I met a victim of satanic ritual abuse, a South African victim of satanic ritual abuse. A Freemason had her sectioned. I also met a trafficked ex-prostitute from Italy who'd been forced to have sex with dogs and filmed, mocked, pretty much how police abusing powers is treating me, mocked. And the police. She was filmed, forced to have sex with these dogs and filmed and mocked, saying, you're God Jehovah. Because she's now a Jehovah's Witness. And it was part of a satanic ring in Eastbourne. The owner of a local estate agent is part of that satanic ring, apparently. I believe her. And I say that Jeanette Archer is a brave woman, and Helen James starts ringing me out of the blue. I don't care who you are, whether you're the 77 Brigade or not, but now I've got evidence that it's police abusing powers. So do me a favour, report it. Get onto that channel, report that video of me and police abusing powers to the police and to YouTube, and say, have a look at my video and say she was harassed and attacked in a suicidal state. It's her documentation, and she has been illegally harassed in the early hours by people she doesn't know. I set up this channel because I had no option to document. I would not normally sit in a dressing gown like this, making a video so the world can see it. This was to document what was happening to me. And I want to know who in the UK is genuine and who's not. Because I'm telling you what, if my birthday, which is not too far away, the 16th of March, if it really is the snatching away, the 17th of March is the new Hebrew year. The 16th of March is when the Shabbat begins, and you celebrate every Shabbat after that. But apparently, if you know what the rapture is, it's meant to happen on my birthday, allegedly. But I don't want to be here for my birthday. I was here for my miserable 40th, self-funding in a hotel. I wanted to have a big party. Emotional abuse from my partner. There we go. If you could do this for me, because there isn't anything that they haven't done to me, and nothing's going to change. I need legal help. I'm not getting anything. So I can relate to Rachel Caruso, why this woman turned weird with me, because her videos were very similar to mine. When I saw what the police were doing and all the mind control and the trafficking process, the social engineering. So I appreciate it if you could do that for me. Thank you. Because I really don't want to go on. I've got no reason to.